Okay. I think we're live. Yeah, we are, dude. Look at that. I still got it. Oh, there we go. Echo. Beautiful. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get chat situated real quick. Is it good? I think it is. Okay. Look at that. Yo, what's up, Captain? Your name changed on here, huh? Live streams are always a little bit silly. I feel like it changes everybody's name. Yeah, how's it going, guys? Mihawk didn't make the cut. Oh, man. I haven't looked at all the results. I did see that Mihawk didn't break top 30 and people were laughing at him, dude. I can't believe it. Yeah, I took a glance at, like, you know, the initial couple of characters I cared about, but outside of that, you know, for most of this list, it's kind of blind. Oh yeah, you guys can hear the soundtrack, huh? Maybe I should turn that down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. One notch down. First time streaming? I stream every other night on Twitch, but also on YouTube I stream sparingly. I think there's like maybe the 5th live stream I've done here. Dude, if Sommers is in the top 100, you know how nuts that would be? I lose my damn mind, man. Let me tell ya. Warhammers for top 15. Yeah, oh, here's the thing, by the way. This result, it's not final. This is only the midterm rankings. There's still, like, I think 2 months left. So if your favorite character, like Saint Sommers, for example, if he didn't make the cut, it's not too late. You know, the agenda still lives for characters like Saint Sommers and Mihawk. Guys, keep voting for Mihawk. Hey. I'm not trying to sway the votes one way or another. But it was very shocking to see him so low. We're simply going to look at the rankings. We're going to go through them, just take a quick gander. This isn't going to be a long live stream. It should be generally pretty short. Rockstar being... How high is Rockstar? Agenda must be maintained. Yeah, say the word and we all vote for Barbell. There's no way Barbell makes it on the list. I don't think he was in the top 100. I will admit, I did skim for Barbell. I'm doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good too, Bill Nye. $5? Thanks for the super chat, man. Barbell top 5, bro. The thing is, we gotta keep in mind, whoever wins the popularity poll, Oda's gonna be forced to draw like a spread for him. Granted, it's definitely gonna be Luffy, but if Barbell made number 1, let me tell you, we'd have to have like a whole chapter dedicated against him. It is not luck. It is not. So I would love it if... Oh, yeah, Jinbei's over Mihawk. Dude, that's so sad. That's so sad. What's up, Brenda? Corazon, Cat and Buggy, all top. Really? I get Cat and Buggy. Corazon, no. All right, here we go. Let's just get into it. Like I said, we're not going to be here for too long. I just randomly decided to live stream. Number 1, obviously, we got Monkey D. Luffy. I feel like this is such a hard one to top. Like, I can't imagine a world where Luffy loses in the poll. He's just the main character, guys, you know? It's weird to think about, too. Like, because you can only vote... Okay, granted, you can vote once a day, but I just can't imagine hopping into the One Piece popularity poll and saying, yo, I'm voting for Luffy, man. Luffy needs representation, damn it. I don't know. You know, I don't know any person who's actually voted for Luffy. Because people have their favorites, like, oh yeah, of course Luffy's gonna be number 1, so I'm gonna vote for this guy. Like, I'm surprised there's enough people for that, man. That's it's kind of insane. I mean, it makes sense, you know, I'm not mad at Luffy, I'm just, in a weird way, I'm kind of surprised. It's like, this is the one time you can flex a different character. They said, yo, it's Luffy. But yeah, King of the Pirates, Monkey D. Luffy, number 1, it makes sense. Number 2 and 3, this is kind of cool. I do really like the Zoro Sanji thing. The thing is, I didn't expect them to be number 2 and 3 guaranteed. I knew they'd be up here in the top 10 somewhere, but 2 and 3, it's nice, right? This is the monster trio, man. You know Oda looks at this and he's smiling. He's like, yo, I did a good job. Yeah, Oda's smiling from ear to ear. I did a good job with the Straw Hats. Zoro's top 1 in Japan and Africa. Really? Japan makes sense. Dude, Japan loving Zoro more than Luffy. I cannot think of a more Japanese thing than that. But yeah, Sanji's up here, Zoro's up here. 1, 2, 3 makes sense. This was shocking. I saw this, my jaw dropped a little bit. Bro, Nami number 4, gotcha. Cool by me. Law? They put Law up here? And also, why does he have 2 names? Dude, look at this. Trafalgar Law, also known as Trafalgar D Water. Bro, we know. Just pick one, man. Come on. Yeah. Even in the bold, they have to hide the D name, huh? Yeah, spoiler alert, guys. He's a D clan member. Yeah, Law was kind of shocking. I mean, I get it. Law is really effing cool. Yeah, 100%. He's got the tattoos. He's got the style. The hat, unironically, goes really hard, too. I don't know if you guys remember, like, back in the day, his pants also matched his hat, so it had, like, the little dots. I thought that was always so sick. But yeah, Law... Will we ever see him? Maybe this is a sign that Oda's gonna bring Kid and Law back. And yeah, I attached Kid to him. Yeah, Law is an interesting character. But, you know, just having him at 5, man, I don't know. Hey, I'm down, you know. Hopefully we do see more Law. He is alive. He did survive the Blackbeard confrontation. We don't know where he's at. Beppo landed on an island. I still like to imagine the island is Elbaf because it should be, you know, geographically, to our knowledge, it is the closest island to Winter's Island and even Egghead. So him being in Elbaf, I think thematically makes sense because he beat Big Mom. He needs a new ship, so, you know, Atomwood and everything. Law, man, he needs to come back. Same with Kid. Like, I really do enjoy the dynamic that they have with Luffy. In a weird way, you know, this is the Monster Trio. But, you know, in terms of pirates, the Monster Trio is kind of like Law, Kid, and Luffy, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good top 5. Didn't Law lose his hat? I think so. I mean, but I doubt it's like the straw hat where, like, he can't just get another one. His hat's been upgraded. People confusing random week votes with totals. This is the midterm votes. This isn't the final, the final tally, but this is the midterm. This was live streamed on the One Piece official channel. So I wouldn't just call it like a random week vote. It's like the halfway point. So it has a little bit more cachet than you're giving it, Riz. Law and Kid a better duo for Luffy than Zoro Sanji. Well, I wouldn't say a better duo. They're just a different duo. Like Law and Kid, they're going to be competitive with Luffy because they're, you know, fellow pirate captains. Zoro Sanji, they're not like subservient, but, you know, they work under Luffy. They're always supporting him. Law and Kid, they support themselves. So, yeah, it's a little bit different there, but I see what you mean. Yeah, Luffy, Law, and Kid, though, they got ore, man. Especially at the end of Wano when they're all, like, posed up, you know, drawing straws to see who goes where. You gotta admit, that was pretty cool. And then seeing how they're always, like, competing, like, oh, I'm not dodging the Kaido fireball. Or was it Big Mom? It was either one. It was on the rooftop, right? And then the whole thing where, like, oh, they're leaving Wano. None of them are bending the knee. None of them are just dodging the waterfall. It's so stupid. I love it. I love it. I'm very satisfied with the top 5. You can't really argue with it. Yeah, you can't argue with this. Like I said, Law is surprising, but I don't hate it. You know, I think this is a very solid top 5. It's very cookie cutter. Nothing wrong with it. But past the top 5 is where we get a little bit wacky, I will admit. Yeah, let's do this. So number 6 coming in, we got Nico Robin. Obviously, right? The 2 girls of the Straw Hat crew coming in hot. 7 though, dude, years after his death, 16 years, man. Ace. I don't know. This one I can't exactly agree with. Ace. I'm not an Ace hater. I just always wished we got more from Ace. I'm drinking coffee. I woke up not too long ago. Yeah, Law was designed to be cool. Okay, technically, Kid was supposed to be cooler, but Law, the fans loved Law a lot more, so Oda was like, yeah, I thought we'd see more of Kid, but, you know, Law took the spotlight. That was so sad. Yeah, Ace is a little bit crazy. I don't hate it. It's just straight, like, all these years later, man. 16 years, bro. You know what this means, though, right? You know Oda's seeing this, And he's like, man, I bet everybody wants some more post-mortem Ace flashbacks. Like what we got in Wano. Remember that? Hey, by the way, Ace made a promise to Tama. Hey, by the way, Ace fought Yamato equally. And then Ace also wanted to beat Kaido. And then here in Egghead, we got one where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, Ace beat a warlord. I'm waiting for the Elbaf Ace flashback. You know we're going to get it. At some point, Ace is going to wiggle his way into the Elbaf flashback. Maybe he's in Loki's flashback. For all we know, maybe Loki met Ace. I have no idea. Would that be crazy? No, surely Ace has been to Elbaf, right? And then he goes and visits Loki. Maybe that feels weird. But I mean, Ace, he travels, brother. He travels, man. He clashed with... No, stop. He didn't clash with Loki. We can't go that far, man. We can't go that far. He was chained up, right? Loki's been chained up for 6 years. So if they've met, it's while, you know, Loki's chained to the tree. Ace is the fire god that lost to lava. We need more Hanafuda lore. I'm okay without it. I mean, I don't know. I don't love or hate Hanafuda. I'm neutral on him. If we get more, we're cool, but he feels kind of throwaway right now. He clashed with Emu, probably. Okay, what do we do? Yeah. Emu's the one who has the Ace flashback in Elbaf. Oh, man. So, number 8, we do have Shanks. Red-haired Shanks. I don't hate it. I think this makes sense. You know, dude, obviously, you know, if you look at the statistics, if you go through YouTube and see, like, what are the most viewed, like, One Piece videos, maybe this is a bad metric. It's generally Shanks videos. I'm not even joking. Shanks pays the bills. Like, he keeps the lights on for One Piece, man. Like, I'm so serious when I say that. Like, you mentioned Shanks, boom, everybody sits down. I mean, a great example is Film Red. People went to go see Film Red under the assumption it is a Shanks movie. So, yeah, man. Shanks at number 8. Can't hate it. I just wish we get more from him in the future. I mean, I think we will. You know, Shamrock, Garling, the Emu stuff. Scopper could give us some stuff. Loki could give us stuff. Shanks is bound for like a whole arc just spent with him and his crew. I do wonder, though, will Oda be able to rip off the Band-Aid and kill Shanks by the end of story? I don't know. Hey, he is posed up right here next to Ace, fellow dead man. So, you know, Shanks' death has been one of those things that people have been speculating for, I'd say, like, decades now. 2, 3, like, literally ever since he was introduced, it's like, man, will we give him back the Straw Hat? Because it is one of those things, it's like, well, I mean, if Luffy gives Shanks the Straw Hat, we're not, like, the Straw Hat Pirates anymore. So maybe he has to die and we just never give it back. I don't know. Film fraud. No. You can't say film fraud. Because coming in at number 9, Uta. Guys, Uta. Thank you. As an Uta fan, I'm happy about this, man. I was clapping my hands. Yep, I saw Uta was number 9. Does it make sense? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but I do like Uta. You know, when I think about my favorite girls from One Piece, it's Uta and Perona. So seeing Uta at number 9, very shocking, because I thought people hated Film Red. Dude, everybody I've talked to, well, you know, all the One Piece YouTubers, like, you know, Moors, Brago, Par, Dax, literally everybody I've talked to, they don't like Film Red. JD Legend, nobody likes Film Red, man. I'm the only one. Uta's so overrated. She's underrated. Everybody hates her. Everybody hates Uta, man. And I think it's because they feel catfished. I think it's because they feel catfished. Because Film Red, they wanted Shanks, but no, we got Uta, you know, girl going through like a whole period where she's like crashing out. I get why they don't like Uta, but I like her, man. The songs are kind of banger too. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name, like Otto. Like, her music's good. I've heard of her from like other animes, and it's solid, dude. Hey, Film Red's cool. Thank you, Punch. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad it can keep you company, brother. People expect Film Red to be about Shanks and not Uta more. Yeah, and I think that's people, because they wanted more Shanks, they take out the anger on Uta, which it sounds silly, but I get it. I get it. The only... Okay. Hey, crew, I'm the exact opposite. Oh, well, unless you mean the fight scenes are bad. But I love Film Red, but the fight against Tot Musica, awful. The fight against Tot Musica pretty much perfectly encapsulates what I do not like about kaiju fights. You just have a big monster standing there taking like 1,000 attacks, and it doesn't fight back. It's... Yeah. I'm afraid the final war might be like that, where it's like, oh, Emu's like the size of Kingdom Come, and look at this, he can barely move, he has to wind up his attacks for like 50 chapters, and we can all like let loose. Like, I think that's silly. Yeah, Film Red did kind of scare me with Tot Musica in that regard, but outside of that, I did like the plot. I thought the music was good. I think they had a little bit too many characters though. You know, they were like pushing like, what, damn near 100 characters, man. When you have a film that includes so many people, you don't get to spend meaningful time with a lot of them. And I feel like that was one of Film Red's downsides. Like, if you eliminated half the cast and you gave more film time to Shanks or even Uta, I think people would eat it up. But, you know, we got Bluno in there, we got Brule. For some reason, Katakuri's in there too, you know what I mean? It's like, maybe we could have, like, you know, left some of these guys at home. Like, even Kobe and Helmeppo. Like, did we have to bring in Kobe and Helmeppo? Like, or should we just eliminate their scenes and give it to, like, Kizaru and Shanks? Appreciate the 20, Dan. Dan the man. I'm late to the stream, but can you quickly show who's number one? P.S. The One Piece is real. Oh, dude. Number one. You don't have to donate for that, brother. It's Luffy, man. Luffy's number one. Yeah, taking the top spot. That's the MC right there. I feel like I've never seen an anime where the MC isn't number one. Can you guys think of one? Like, even for Naruto, it's always Naruto and then Sasuke, right? And then Bleach, ooh, is it always Ichigo? I don't know. Okay, so after Uta, this one, I don't know what to say. JJK, oh, you're right, JJK, it's always Gojo, huh? No, it's always Gojo. Damn, you're right, yeah. Wow, you guys knew that off the top of your head. That's kind of crazy. But yeah. My Hero? Wait, who's number one on My Hero? I don't even know who the MC of Hunter x Hunter is. It's Killua. Yeah, so number 10, we got Tony Chopper. No real comment on this. He's the mascot, man. Tony Chopper is really just the mascot of One Piece. What have they done to him? I mean, maybe he'll get more relevancy now that he can, you know, one-tap Domi Reversi, but I don't know. I like Chopper a lot on Drum Island. I liked him a lot in Alabasta. But after that, I feel... Well, even Enies Lobby, he was pretty good. And Skypiea. Oh, Skypiea had a decent fight. He lost, but it looked good. Well, okay. He lost against Ashura, but he beat the other dude. Yeah, I want more from Chopper. Like, my thing, I always say this. Characters I feel iffy about, my opinion can change. All they need is, like, 1 or 2 good chapters. I'm looking forward to how Chopper develops, especially with the Domi Reversi. I hope it's not just like, oh, you know, he's a good doctor, yada yada. I hope it's something a little bit more. Drug Lord Chopper. Yeah, Chopper's valid. Chopper's valid. So number 11, now we're getting like to 2 pers. Number 11 and 12, look at that. He took the community by storm. Rox D. Zabek coming in at number 12. You know how much cachet that is, bro? He beat his son. His son has been in the story for decades longer than he has. And Rox is up here. I love it. The GOAT. And, you know, don't let people fool you. You know, back in the day, I say back, it's like last year, right? When you used to say that Rox was your favorite of the old gen, people would laugh at you. They'd say, oh, it's recency bias. You don't actually like Rox D. Zabek. No, you don't like Rox. You like Roger more, man. Come on. I don't see Roger, brother. Roger's nowhere to be seen here. Rox is just, he's too cool, man. And I think the thing with Rox is that he has a story that resonates with pretty much most guys out there in the world. I mean, it's a guy that's looking after his goddamn family, his wife and son. You can't hate Rox. Like, he is a very relatable character. I like Rox. Harold better be 75. Whoa. Why 75? I like Harold too. Harold's not, I mean, Harold's a little bit oblivious, but it's not bad. What are your plans after the One Piece era is over? I don't know. Shoot, maybe I'll just retire at that point. I'll just go back to working at restaurants 24/7. I like that. I do genuinely like working at restaurants. Where's Akainu? I voted for him 3 times. Appreciate it, Nathaniel. Rox had Don Marlone, so he's goated. Yeah, cool by association. Nah, guy relate to being turned down like Roger. I mean, the thing is, what guy isn't a little bit of a simp, right? I mean, Rox liking Shaki, see, when it comes to Goon Piece, I think it's whatever. Like, everybody has a girl they kinda simp over. Yeah, I'm not holding that against Rox or even Roger. I think it's fair. I think that's fair. Oh yeah, I skipped over her, by the way, but 11, we got Boa Hancock. Yeah, I mean, Boa's good looking, what can I say? Hopefully we get more from Boa in the future. Conquers Hockey, she could fight a God Knight. We don't know where she's going. She wants to go see Luffy. Is she actually coming? Don't know. Will she show up in Elbaf after Elbaf Final War? Boa Hancock's a really strange character because I just don't know where she fits in. And, you know, I think she might be like, not Shaki, Gloriosa, where she wants to join the crew. But, you know, Roger turned down Gloriosa like 24/7. Maybe Boa Hancock's the same way. But Luffy doesn't see it that way, so I don't know. Boa's a really strange one. Japan loves her. Oh, yeah. I mean, Boa Hancock's probably, like, for me, girl pick number 3. Mine is always going to be Perona, Uta, Boa Hancock. Those are the gals, man. New episode's really good. Oh, yeah. New episode's really good. I'll upload that later. Sometimes there is. The forehead queen. Okay, all the girls are kind of forehead queens, to be fair. Especially Vivi. Definitely found a word to help against the God Knights, yeah. And, you know, people think this is too dark for One Piece. I feel like we're already here. Just full send it. I think Boa Hancock and even Bonnie-Kuma, they should fight the person that enslaved them. Maybe that's insane to say, but if you want to make them really relevant, the person who kidnapped them is a God Knight. Boa gets her get back. She beats their ass. Call it a day. That would be really sick. No, I'm a waiter. I am a waiter. Perona superiority. Okay, so number 13. 13. I didn't realize how many people like this guy. Dude. Rosinante. Sabo, I get. Sabo at 14, sure. Rosinante, 13. I don't know, man. I liked his backstory. I mean, would I want Kuma over Rosinante? Maybe. I mean, I guess the smile panel is just too iconic. Is that it? Like, I don't mind Rosinante. It's just, he didn't leave that big of an impact on me. But he snitched. Yeah, but he's a snitch. He hates his brother. How is Uta even on the list? She's cute. Literally, you cannot underestimate cuteness. I'd almost say that's even why Chopper's up here. You cannot underestimate cuteness. The law tax, to be honest. Yeah, it might be the law tax. Sabo is fine. I mean, Sabo is essentially just Ace 2.0. I will admit this, though. Maybe this is a hot take. I do like Sabo more than Ace. I like Sabo more. Because Sabo looks like he's willing to kill somebody for Luffy, man. You know, Ace, he kind of had that going. I bet he would. But Sabo, he's not shy to say it, man. Sabo's like, yo, I will drop the revs at a hat just to go save Luffy. I like that. Like, would Ace, okay. Would Ace leave the Whitebeard Pirates to go save Luffy? Maybe. But, you know, there's something about Sabo saying he would leave the revs that just hits. It kind of hits. Ace is better. Crazy Take Sabo's lame. I mean, they're so interchangeable, to be fair. Like, it's essentially the same character, just like different colors. They're very close. They're very close. Are there film characters? Yeah, I mean, Uta's right here. Technically, she's canon, but yeah. You can vote for literally any One Piece character. Except for Bogard. Bogard's not here. How do you feel about his take on Sabo? I think that's fair. I can generally see things from a lot of perspectives. Ace invited Luffy to the Whitebeard Pirates. He did. But Luffy did not want that, though. Only one got rage baited. Sabo would get rage baited. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. I think Sabo would get rage baited. If you mention Ace and how he failed to protect Ace, Sabo would get rage baited. I would almost guarantee it. Let's not act like Sabo also would not get rage baited. It's just like he would get rage baited by something else. Yeah, Luffy would also get rage baited too. You mentioned Ace, it's over. These guys, man, they're hotheads. For better or worse. Sabo's smart though, he's educated. Yeah, he read a couple of books, so he actually won't get rage baited. That's fair, that's fair. So, next up, we got, dude, look at this. Number 15, my guy, Crocodile. This made me effing smile. Crocodile? People like Crocodile that much? Yo, 15? I don't know, man. Who's your number one and who do you think will be last? I already saw who's last, so I kind of spoiled myself. So, I got that. As far as my number one, I'd probably vote for Rob Lucci. I like Rob Lucci. If I did want to, like, vote for Luffy or anybody basic, I'd vote Rob Lucci. Yeah, Croco Mom's going hard with this one. One day, we'll figure out the secret. And the funniest part, by the way, you know, Oda, he hops online. Croco Mom, I guarantee you, it's broken through to the Japanese side of theory crafting at least a couple decades ago. At some point, he probably heard about that theory, bro. Probably laughing his ass off. Croco Mom? Guys, what? Yeah. So, Crocodile number 15. Love to see it. Part of Cross Guild. We should see him any chapter now? Well, at least post Elbaf. You know, will he be going after the One Piece? Do they have the poneglyphs? Where are they now? I am excited for Crocodile. And again, appreciate it, Dandaman. Is Crocodile getting a Holy Knight matchup? I don't know. You know, because they introduced the Conqueror's Haki stipulation, I don't think so. But if you told me that Crocodile has Conqueror's Haki, I wouldn't hate it. I think that'd be fair. If you just start giving some of these characters Conqueror's Haki, I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? If you needed to fight the God Knights, yeah, why not? Just give it to them. Who's the first big name cross guild target? I say an Admiral. If you want to hype up the community, I say they gotta take down an Admiral. Croc is a Lindbergh opponent, let's be real. Alright, banned. Mods! Ban him. Just kidding. I don't have mods. I am my mod. Do you think Nami could be related to Sommer's Orange Hair connection? I don't know. I do like the Celestial Dragon Nami theories. Sommer specifically, I wouldn't go that far right away, but we still don't know Nami's full name. So, you know, that's up in the air. Next up, we do have Usopp at 16. Don't forget, guys, we are in the middle of Usopp's arc. Any day now, Usopp will show out. More so than just rage baiting and, you know, talking smack. One day, Usopp is going to come in and do something crazy. It's going to be wild, though. So, coming in at number 17, we have the next official Nakama. The next person that will sail with the Straw Hats, Yamato. Hey. Japan loves Yamato. You cannot deny it. I am also a Yamato fan. There's something about the kimono that just goes really hard. And the thing is that Oda probably loves Yamato more than the next guy. Dude, we ended the cover page story and Oda, in the next SBS, said, I bet you guys are ready for more Yamato. And then he proceeded to draw Yamato in the next 2 color spreads. Oda loves Yamato, man. Yeah. Don't forget the cover story tax side. No, that was not a tax. If anything, that taxed her down. A lot of people did not like the Yamato cover page story. I was amongst one of them. Or I was amongst them too. Yamato's cover page story just put me to sleep, bro. So much hype in the beginning, and then it just fizzled out quickly. The minute Yamato started like bullying kids that were throwing rocks at her, the minute Yamato started eating food and walking, I was snoring, man. And it's funny, you know, go back to all those videos where I talked about it, and I was excited for the next week. Oh my god, we're gonna see Jack the Trout. Kaido's gonna show up. Big Mom's here. Blackbeard's coming. Dude, nothing. Crickets. Every single week after that, crickets, man. This was... Maybe it's because I built it up so much in my own head. That's why. But the payoff wasn't really there. The Moria stuff was great. But Moria had nothing to do with Yamato. Yamato doesn't even know Moria. So I don't know. Yeah. I wish for a Yamato cover page story. Monkey's paw curls. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh, you didn't say how enjoyable you wanted the cover page story, though. So here we have it. Number 18, we have the hidden 4th leader of Cross Guild, Perona. Excited for more Perona. She is one of my favorite gals out of One Piece. She'd be my number 1 pick for them. Coming at number 18, very respectable. Considering how little we have of Perona, that's pretty dope. You know, she barely shows up, dude. And if you guys don't know what I mean by the Cross Guild thing, if you go back to like Oda's draft for the Cross Guild poster, Perona was right there next to Mihawk and Crocodile. Like, yeah, go back to like the concept art for Cross Guild. Perona was one of the 4. It was Buggy, Mihawk, Crocodile, Perona. Like, seriously, go look it up. So I am a believer because of that Perona and Moria will go back to Cross Guild. I mean, let's be real. Like, what else are they gonna do? If they really want to get revenge on Blackbeard or just, you know, do their thing, they need a crew. Perona knows Mihawk, just join them. It's essentially all the former warlords anyways, yeah. I say go for it, man. Perona actually has some of the best female writing. Does she? Hey, I'll agree with it because of agenda. Isn't Perona just with Mihawk? What do you mean just with Mihawk? She's not with Mihawk right now. If you're talking about like relationship-wise, nah. I can't wait to see Perona's new costume that Oda will draw, yeah. The next goth outfit. Do you indulge in Gunner anime? Not really. Gunner gacha games, yeah. I play CZN. I'm loving Chaos Zero Nightmare. Gil Bestar successor. Dude, Gil Bestar, what a guy. Shows up, has, what, 2 panels and just pieces out? Dead? So, look at this, guys. It's almost like I bought 1 million votes. But, coming in at number 19, Rob effing Lucci. Dude. Rob Lucci in the top 20? I don't know, man. Yeah, I was smiling. Rob Lucci is probably who I would pick if I could only vote for one character. I love him, man. You know, he plays like this weird villain. Not like, he's not like overtly evil either. Because, you know, he cares for his boys, man. He cared about Kaku. He said, yo, St. Marcus Mars, please find it in your heart to spare him. I'm ad-libbing there, you know, just throwing words out. But I really did like Rob Lucci. And you gotta admit, right? You gotta admit, people, for some reason, look at Rob Lucci losing to Gear 5th and Zoro. They're like, oh, man, this guy's ass, bro. Here's the thing, man. He came a long way, dude. He came a long way since Enies Lobby. That's the thing. You know, I get it, right? He can't roll with the Yonko. Oh, man. Guys, wouldn't you believe it? He loses to Gear 5th. The Sun God can beat him. All right. Hear me out, though. He's here. You know, he made it this far. He can awaken. It's kind of cool. My favorite line, people hate it. People hate it. I love when he said that he did not believe that Luffy was an emperor. I love that he doubted it, man. You know, he was salty after Enies Lobby. I like it. I like the trajectory. And I hope we see more of him in the final war. I think he's cool, man. It's cool as hell. Yeah, he can't roll with the Yonko as a diss. Hey, guys, he can't fight the Sun God. Denial? Maybe it's denial. I've always liked Rob Lucci. I've said it before, but what really got me into One Piece as a kid, it was Rob Lucci and Gecko Moria, like unironically, and Perona too, but You know, like, when I started reading Shonen Jump Weekly, at least when it was releasing here in America, it was around, like, Enies Lobby Water 7. And Rob Lucci, I was always reading, like, Naruto and Bleach and all that first. But Rob Lucci and Gecko Moria, that's what really just sealed the deal. I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe One Piece is pretty damn good. So, yeah, dude. Rob Lucci, I got a lot of nostalgia for this guy. Loved him. Glad he came back. The panel where he was just, clash with Luffy. Dude, you gotta admit, you are not even a Rob Lucci fan. You liked the Rob Lucci versus Luffy fight in the anime. That went hard. Even on Egghead, dude. Even on Egghead. You gotta admit, even if you don't like him, he gave us a good-looking episode, man. Come on. Yep, that is Emu's symbol in the back. I bought that from the One Piece store in Japan. I saw it. I had to pick it up. It's super cool. Absolute Lucci. Lucci's a great... I love Lucci, dude. I love characters like Lucci. Dark Justice, you gotta admit, that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So number 20, we got Brook. No real comments on that. Brook is here. That's cool. It's funny. I feel like since this is the midterm poll results, maybe when we get the final poll results, Brook will be shot up higher because we are, nearing a Brook flashback. So Brook might actually just pop up here somewhere after the flashback with Gunko drops. Yeah, Brook is valid. I feel like there's not enough from him right now for me to put him in the top 20. But after the flashback, oh yeah, I'm cool with that. 100%. Can you convince us why Thriller Bark is good? I mean, I can't really do that, Everybody has their own taste. A lot of people don't like Thriller Bark. I think that's fair. Pacing-wise, villain-wise, yada yada. I like zombies. I like the gothic theme. So it's like, you know what? That's why I really F with Thriller Bark. And as far as like why I like Enies Lobby, I like guessing who the murderer is. So like the whole plot point where it's like, hey, it's Rob Lucci and Kaku and Khalifa and they betrayed Iceberg. I thought that was really dope. So that's why I like those two arcs a lot. Yeah, good is subjective. Good is very subjective. There's somebody out there who probably loves Long Ring Longland. And it's like, well, I mean, live your life, brother. So 21, we got Loki, the Prince of Elbaf, coming in hot. Surprised he's so low. I actually thought that Loki would be up higher. But 21, not bad. Very decent. I feel like it will go up as time goes on as well. Yeah, Loki, I mean, it's funny because we call it low, right? Oh, it's low. But when you really think about it, the characters that beat Loki, he's not going up against, like, mom and pop shops in the East Blue. No, dude. He's going up against Shanks, Ace, Boa, Rox. I get it. I will say this, Rob Lucci beating Loki, kind of crazy. I like it. So 22, we do have Bartholomew Kuma, the most invincible slave of Marie Joie. Pretty good ranking. If we're just comparing like backstory for backstory, kind of surprised that Corazon ranks higher than Kuma. But, it is what it is. I did like Kuma. By the end of the flashback, I thought he was pretty cool. Loki below Uta and Corazon, yeah. Corazon's kind of interesting. Yeah, Rox is over Loki. I think it's valid. Like I said, Rox just has a backstory and motivation that resonates with a lot of people. Like a guy wanting to help and save his family. I mean, who doesn't respect that to an extent? Luffy's won because he's the first character on the list. Oh, true. People just got to the voting booth. They were like, hey, click, done. So, look at this. 23, we got Buggy D Clown. I love it. I am a big Buggy fan, dude. Buggy is sick as hell. I am curious to see what he's going to do now. He is, again, after the One Piece. I want to see how far he's made it. If we believe in time dilation in Elbaf, he could be pretty far. Japan loves Corazon. Yeah, they love Corazon. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's just the smile thing. Do you think Mihawk will fight Shamrock? Shamrock has so many good potential opponents, it's hard to say. Like, I would love a Shanks versus Shamrock battle, but Mihawk versus Shamrock would also be dope. because Mihawk would like draw direct comparisons, right? 24, we got Doflamingo. Haven't seen this guy in so long, too. Dude, he's been in Impel Down for a hot minute, but he's still drawing in a lot of the fan love at 24. And one day he's going to break out. One day this guy's going to break out and he's going to go crazy. Hope he joins Cross Guild. I think Doflamingo and Cross Guild would be really dope. You know, I do wonder how he would interact with Buggy. But of course, I think that's what makes Cross Guild so special. You have so many egos, in a way, just in one room. If you had Buggy's power, what's the first thing you'd do? Buggy's powers? Kind of useless, right? If I had any Devil Fruit power, I might, like, I don't know, shank somebody. Get some money. So, 25, we have Eustace Kid. Hey. People love Eustace Kid. People do like Eustace Kid, especially in Japan, you know? You gotta remember, most of these voters, man, they're coming in from Japan. And let me tell you, Eustace Kid is well loved, brother. One day he's gonna come back and he's gonna look really good. If those God Knight hearts are metallic, if you can just bring him in, Kid is about to be broken. Dude, seriously. He's about to become meta. Like, you know, back 4 or 5 years ago, he wasn't meta in Wano. But against the Holy Knights, this might be the guy. You know, he's getting like this final saga buff in a way. The will of Jika's gonna go nuts. Kid over Frankie's crazy? I wouldn't say so, man. Kid is so cool. If anything, I'm surprised Kid is so low. Bum versus Bum. What's up, Isaiah? Nah, dude, Kid is aura, man. I always smile when Kid's on screen. You know, Kid versus Shanks? Come on, man. That was dope. Yeah, he got one shot, but hey, if Kid wasn't there, we would have never gotten that amazing Shanks chapter. Think about it like that. Reverse it a little bit, you know? Kid is a victim of good memes, yeah. He's a victim of good memes. And his name is just so laughable too, right? People just replace the K with an M, call him Captain Mid. He was kind of set up for failure, but one day, the Kid fans will rise, and that'll be a good day. Kid got snuck. Yeah, it wasn't a respectable 1v1, man. You know, Shanks, that dirty pirate, man, he just flew in and cut his ass up. Come on. Where's the respect there? And the thing is, hey. Shanks' crew kind of started the fight first, man. You know, they wouldn't let Kid enter the port. He was just fighting back. It's not his fault that Shanks' fleet are a bunch of bums. You think that Kid's gonna join against Emu? Final War, yeah. Here in Elbaf, that's like a pipe dream that I really like. But Final War, yeah. I mean, Final War, I feel like everybody will fight Emu. It's probably gonna be like that Tot Musica nightmare where it's just everybody landing a blow or something. It's fair games, they locked eyes. So, here we go. 27, we got Marco, the Phoenix. Oh yeah, I forgot Frankie. Oh my god. I forgot about Frankie. Frankie 26. Yeah, there you go. Queen's son, Cuddy Flam. 27, we got Marco. And then 28, Katakuri. Kind of speedrunning this, right? I realized we're still only at 28. So I was like, yeah, maybe we should like pick things up a little bit. Yeah. Don't really hate this. Marco's kind of fascinated me. I'm not the biggest Marco fan. You also skipped... No, we talked about Usopp. We just speed ran his ass. Kid's not dead. In One Piece, Kid's not dead. Kid's not dead. My boy Rock's already top 12, just with 12 chapters. Yep. He made an impact. One day, Katakuri's going to come in, and he's going to look cool. I'm expecting him to go save Pudding, but I don't know. I mean, dude, Blackbeard's the one who captured Pudding. I do not think that Cat would be able to put up a good fight against the Blackbeard Pirates. We saw what happened to Garp. I just don't have a lot of faith in the big brother here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he rolls up with Big Mom and with all the brothers and sisters, but I just don't know. Maybe Sanji will help him. Yeah, I mean, Sanji would want to say Pudding too, but we just don't have that information right now. Another one for Blackbeard to beat. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that I don't even think Katakuri would put up a good fight against Blackbeard. That's the tough part. Notice how there's no Fishman in the top 30. No, because right here we got Jinbei, we got the Fishman representation. Not a lot of Fishmen to go around, huh? No Fish or Tiger, yeah. Yeah, they just put Jinbei at 30. I like to imagine that nobody even voted for Jinbei. They just wanted to put him in here. They just wanted to represent the Fishmen. That's it. Don't forget Katakuri's training and could get strong. He could train and get stronger. It just sucks because like the last thing we saw was that he got stalled really hard by Caesar Clown. Carrot at 29 is very shocking. I sometimes forget that Carrot has fans, and that for a good moment, people wanted Carrot to join the Straw Hats. That was a cursed timeline, man. That was a very cursed timeline. So, 31. This one actually pains my heart a little bit. Mihawk. Guys, what are we doing? Guys, what are we doing here? Dracule Mihawk, Shanks's rival, the world's strongest swordsman. Vampire hunter looking ass Mihawk coming in at 31. What has happened? Dude, Jinbei's above Mihawk? I don't know. Dude, he's so low. Like, this is kind of like, this is dangerously low, right? I mean, yeah, he doesn't have screen time. Dude, Corazon is 12. Or sorry, he's 13. I can't count. Like Frankie above Mihawk, Marco above Mihawk. Dude, Karen above Mihawk. I don't know. We need more from him. Again, you know, Oda sees this too, right? Like, again, this was streamed live on the One Piece official channel. If you visit Japan, they actually are pushing the poll really hard as well. So it's not like this is just like a thing that's, you know, only online. No, this is kind of everywhere. So it's like, man, like, surely he sees that he's kind of killing the Mihawk agenda, man. Come on, Oda. Give us some fuel, brother. Yeah. And then next up, 32, we got Vivi. Vivi's cool. Yeah, Vivi was like the original One Piece goon bait back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that. Back when we didn't have like a lot of like cute characters per se, Vivi was like the #1 goon bait. Vivi's kind of low. Why is Carrot higher? We'll see Mihawk in the God Valley flashback. Oh, I miss those days. I mean, to be fair, Mihawk, I mean, same with Dragon and Shanks. Because we're in that final saga, people are expecting at some point to see like a crumb from him. So every flashback we get, it's like, yo, is Mihawk gonna be there? Is Dragon gonna be there? What about Shanks? Or, you know, just somebody. We just don't get it, man. Where is Mihawk? Dude, we are literally eating crumbs. The Nemesis panel is like the last time anybody's realistically talked about Mihawk in the past 10 years. One Piece TCG. Yeah, I love card games. I can't get into OPTCG. The art style, it's so not consistent that it really throws me off because I have like a little bit of OCD. So that's why I haven't got into it, which is a silly reason, but it bothers me so much. But outside of that, I've heard One Piece TCG's, it's really well, like, made. Like, the rules and everything. Cross-skill thing, people... Yeah, okay, I'm exaggerating when I say 10 plus years, but you get what I mean. Like, Mihawk isn't brought up in discussion super often. What do you mean? Mihawk one-shot Kid and Green Bull off screen? Yeah. yeah. Everything Shanks does, actually, it's attributed to Mihawk. So Mihawk also beat Loki and brought him back to Elbaf. I like that agenda. You know what? He made me feel a little bit better. All right, we'll stop slouching. So, number 33, we have Bentham, a.k.a. Mr. 2 Bon Clay. Pretty cool stuff. I am a big Bon Clay fan. I always thought he was pretty sick. I'm excited to see him again soon. Hopefully, again, when we get that Impel Down breakout, we'll see Bon Clay. When will that be? I have no idea. It always bothers me that... Okay, sorry, the smoker image was bothering me. But it bothers me that, like, in One Piece Film Red, one of the original drafted ideas was that Impel Down was upgraded to a flying prison. And then, obviously, current day in our story, that's not the case. So it's like, are they going to do that in the future? Are they not going to do that? I have no idea. 34, we got Smoker. What is this image? Like, I paused for a second. I was like interrupted mid-sentence because I glanced at Smoker and I said, who the hell is this? Smoker? This looks like fan art. Maybe it's just like my Asian eyes just can't see him. Like, it's Smoker, but his glasses are like down here. Okay, so many people are talking about Rockstar. Okay. We'll speed up. 35, we got Edward Newgate Whitebeard. Love it. Pops is getting respect. 36, we got Rockstar. Guys, how do you not know who Rockstar is? Why are so many people confused about Rockstar? Do you guys not remember this guy? Rockstar was the dude who said, hey, this message is from red-haired Shanks. Tearing up the letters, a declaration of war. Come on, y'all. You don't remember him? And there's also the scene where it said, hey, Captain, that punk Eustace Kid is here. Guys. How is he top 40? The real question should be, how is he not higher? Show show you guys the panel with Rockstar. If I had, I mean, I don't have the chapters off the top of my head. He was in the old Friends chapter from Elbaf with Shanks, and then he was in chapter like 240. He was the, okay, Rockstar gave us Whitebeard. If anything, this is like a match made in heaven. The panel, or not panel, the chapter where we got introduced to Whitebeard is where we got introduced to Rockstar. They are a package deal. I like it. Japan has a Rockstar agenda for sure. I remember back in the day, because, I mean, look at the hair. Because Rox's silhouette and the real Rox have spiky hair, people did look at Rockstar a while back, right? I don't know if you guys remember these theories. People thought that Rockstar was related to Roxy Zebek, or he was Rox. Like, that might be like an older theory, but that was like a real thing back in the day. Pretty insane. As far as like why he's up here, I mean, you're gonna see this. We're getting to the point where we're just getting like fan favorite characters at this point. Like, now we're leaving like the territory of like, oh, it's the backstory, it's this or that. No. Now we're entering, okay, people just like this guy. We gotta ask Luna PN. Yeah, we'll ask Luna PN. Okay, yeah, I live stream on YouTube like once every couple of months. I don't do it often. I usually just live stream on Twitch because I'm just hanging out. But every now and then, when I feel compelled enough to, we will do a One Piece live stream here. So, 37, Cavendish-Hakuba, and then 38, we got Monkey D. Garp. Garp is kind of low. Also, Pirate King Who, dude, where the F is Roger? Where the F is Roger, man? Hey, where's all the Roger fans, man? Come outside! Yeah. Remember when people were trying to gaslight everybody saying, hey, you don't actually like Roxy Zebek. You don't actually like Garp. You're actually a fan of Roger. Bro, I don't even see Roger on this list yet. Not saying Roger's bad. I don't want that to be misconstrued. Roger's not a bad guy. It's just like, we can't underestimate the Garp and Roxy Zebek fans, man. Garp is just cool, bro. He's like, unironically, he's kind of like the grandpa a lot of people want. He's a grandpa that everybody wants, man. Same with the Kainu. You know, he's a dad that people want. Just good morals. And nobody actually messes with Roger. I'm a Roger fan. Yeah, I think when Roger gets his backstory and we will learn about his illness more in his final days, I think Roger will come up here on the list. But right now we have so much but so little from Roger that he exists in this weird limbo area where nobody really knows like what to do with them. Roger's gonna be 100. I'm gonna be honest. We could finish this entire story of One Piece, full backstory and everything. I don't think Roger's ever gonna break top 20. I think he will be put up here. I do not think he'll ever beat top 20. The Roger flashback will result in more slander. I mean, but here's the thing, right? Like, it sounds mean. Like, oh, he's not gonna break top 20. But look at how many people he's going against, though, right? Like, it's hard to slander somebody to say, hey, you ranked lower than Shanks or Uta. Well, Uta's a questionable one. Roxy, Zebek, and Sambo. Like, it kind of makes sense. We just have so many characters in One Piece, bro. Like, I'm not even joking. We have 1,500 plus named characters. That is a real statistic. So I get it. So 39, we have good old Kobe. One day he's gonna become a admiral of the Marines. Can't wait to see his nickname. How would you scale legendary characters like Davy D. Jones and Joy Boy? It's hard. I mean, I'm shonen brained. I'm just gonna say they're all pretty equal. Back in the day, with Joy Boy probably being the strongest one. Roger's number 1. Thanks for the 5, Isaiah. Remember the Harold slander? Yeah, I mean, people don't like Harold because he's kind of oblivious. But I feel like the obliviousness is what makes me kind of like him. He's just always optimistic, bro. Until the bitter end. Kuzan, number 40. I do like Kuzan. One day he's gonna show his true colors and, you know, do his thing. Right now, he is simply one of Blackbeard's members. Funny thing is that you know Blackbeard knows, right? Like, surely they all know one day Kuzan's probably gonna turn on them, but he's such a great asset. So, 41, we have Going Merry. I'm gonna be honest, this is the one vote so far. Even Rockstar, Carrot, Marco, I get it. Going Merry shouldn't be on this list. I hate the Going Merry. I did not like Going Merry. I didn't like the plot line. I thought the ship was ugly. I hated the design of, like, where everything was placed. I do not like the Going Merry. Yeah, this is the first one where I will actually just disagree. I am very understanding. You know, a lot of these characters, I wouldn't pick them, but sure, why not? I get it. Going Merry, I don't get. I was ready for them to burn that ship down. I did not want it here. I forgot to tell you guys. So, how old was I? I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old when I started One Piece. And like I said, you know, my mom would buy me Shonen Jump from, I don't even know the name of the store. It was like a mom and pop store here in Oklahoma. And it sold Shonen Jump. And at that time, again, we were like in Water 7 Skypiea territory. I saw the chapter where the Going Merry came to life as a little kid and started banging the ship and fixing itself. And it smiled at Usopp and said, "Don't worry, we'll go a little bit longer." I was scared shitless. I was actually scared. I remember I saw that panel as a kid. I was sweating a little bit, bro. I hated it. And then when we found out that it was the Merry that did it, I hated it even more. No, I couldn't do it. I was crying. I don't like ghosts. I'm not scared of a lot of things in life. Ghosts, it's up there, man. Clobotomans, I do not fuck with them. I do not like clobotomans. So you're just afraid? Yeah. I see the Going Merry. I'm shaking. Guys, we gotta go. Run. It's the Going Merry. No, dude. And then the plot point about the ship breaking. For me, it's like, just get rid of it, man. Get a new ship. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't relate to the whole thing where it's like, oh, it's part of us. It's the crew. We can't leave it behind. And then Usopp was about to leave the damn crew because of the ship. I didn't like it. I think it was good for the plot. Don't get me wrong. Objectively, I think it was a really good plot point. But I didn't like it. That I thought it was necessary for the story. I just didn't like it though. That's my thing. I can be subjective and objective at the same time. I get it. Great. But man, I could not care less about this guy. Yeah, Going Merry versus Sai. Maybe that'll be a thumbnail one day. How are you gonna goon to a ship? Usopp ruined it. He sacrificed the woman he loves to satisfy higher ups, neglected his family for the greater good of the country, and almost ruined it. And asked his son to kill him. It'd be like that, man. What can I say? We need the same thing so we can get a ship that can carry Loki. Okay. If we get a ship that carries Loki, that would be so inconvenient for the Straw Hats, though. Like, we cannot underestimate Loki's size. To get a ship that would comfortably fit him, we're asking for, like, a ship the size of an island, bro. Bro hates ghosts, but has a summoning circle abyss. Yeah, I mean, I like demons and devils. I don't like ghosts. There's a difference there. So, 42, we got St. Vigarland Shamrock. Good stuff here. I like this one a lot. Shamrock coming in. He had, like, really just, like, 2-3 chapters. 42. You know, people do love the Shanks clone. I think people like the Cerberus. They like his hair. The fit goes hard. The fit is really cool. I don't think Loki's joining either. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if we ever do get a ship for him, it would just be so unrealistically big. Shamrock's a cool dude. And, hey, call me crazy. I want to believe that he wasn't BSing. I want to believe that Shamrock really could beat Loki. I know, it's, hey, brothers, man. Hey, laugh it up. Laugh it up. I want to believe there's gotta be a God Knight out there that can do it, man. Come on. Dude, Shamrock, rise. Rise for the God Knight agenda. Yeah, is that a wish on the star? Maybe. You know, considering what we've seen Loki do here in Elbaf. But come on, man. Shanks' his brother, dude. If the brother can do it, the other brother should too. But then again, we have Loki and Hired, and they're so different. But, you know, he's got the red hair tats, man. Yeah, please save the Holy Knight agenda. Oh, man. All right, give me 1 second. Let me hit something real quick. All right, I'm back. Mihawk can beat both Shamrock and Loki. I think so. You didn't hear that from me, though. I don't know how many of you guys showed up to Commodore Laz's stream, but I was spreading a new agenda that Sommers is over Kaido. But I said that it was from the community. I said that it was widely believed on Reddit. But little do they know, it was me who started that one. And I'm like, oh man, these guys are crazy. Who said that? I want to see if it takes off. Oh no, I was hitting something on a different computer over there. On my wife's computer. Cerberus is better than Ragnar. It looks cooler. I think Ragnar might be stronger, though. Don't slander the GOAT, Kaido. Yeah. So, here we go. Number 43, Silver's Rayleigh. Wow, we got a lot of duos, huh? Is it me or do we have, like, a lot of weird, maybe coincidental duos? Like Rockstar and Newgate, they're in the same chapter. Jinbei Carrot, both minorities. And then now here, look. Kizaru Rayleigh, people who fight at Sabaody. Maybe I'm just like looking at this weirdly, but yeah. We got some good duos here, man. Yeah, Old Man Rayleigh. This is a great fight. I mean, granted, I think the fight could have been better if we get it like reanimated, but I remember how hyped this was though, man. Literally, we could not touch Kizaru, we couldn't fight him, we couldn't do anything. And then boom, Rayleigh shows up. Dude, the kick where he comes in and saves Zoro, that was hype, man. That was so hype. Rayleigh over Roger. Oh, you're so right. Dude, where the F is Roger? Yo, we still don't have Roger. Dude, people said, I don't care about the Pirate King, man. Yo, they dropped him hard. Background music is Claire Obscure. 33. Do you think we'll ever see Kizaru go all out? I hope so. I hope we see Admiral's Awakening at some point. Like, we need to fight an Admiral where they're not, like, mentally nerfed for the plot. Or, ooh, I can't fight this guy because there's civilians nearby. I really hope we could see it, man. One day. One day. Next up, we got Jewelry Bonnie at 45. Yeah, 45. And then we have Enel the Goat. Dude, one day he'll come back in, too. Enel descending from the moon, fighting Emu or fighting somebody. I do think that if Enel doesn't come back in the canon story, he would make a really good movie villain. Like, you bring Enel back, he has, like, advanced conquers or something. I think that'd be kind of fire, dude. Like, an Enel movie would go really tough. If Toei and Shueisha and all of them, if they weren't slacking, they should make a video game every other year, and they should be dropping movies every other year, or every year. Like, One Piece realistically only has, like, maybe 5-6 years left, right? Dude, where's the movies, man? Come on. He'll bring aliens to Earth. So, next up, we got Sakazuki Akainu at 47, the desk jockey. I love Akainu. We, again, like most of these characters on the list, we just need more from him. Like, he's a very overpowered character. Oda glazed him to hell and back, saying he's the most handsome guy alive. And then, what? I think this is taken out of context, but Oda did say, like, oh, if Akainu was the main character, it would be over in a year. Like, dude, the glaze doesn't get harder than that. Yeah, Akainu's dope. He's just always chained up at the desk. You know, he's like Shanks, right? Shanks, where is he? Well, you know, Shanks is hanging out, man. He's at bars, chilling. Where's Mihawk? Well, you know, Mihawk's retired. He's just supposed to hang out. Akainu's kind of the same way, where it's like, yo, like, he's behind the desk. I don't know if you guys, like, watch ReZero. It's like Reinhardt, you know? Reinhardt, the most OP character in the verse. Why isn't he fixing every problem? Well, he can't leave the city. All right, cool. Sick. So 48, we got Kaku. Kaku. Yeah. Kaku. Giraffes? People like giraffes that much? I like Kaku. I wasn't expecting 48, though. Not bad. So, going down a little bit more. 49 and 50. 49, we got Emu. Look at this. We still have this, like, blackened silhouette blob thing. But, you know, obviously, I feel like Emu's gonna shoot up really high by the time we hit the final results, because we're currently getting a lot of Emu stuff. And then at 50, we have Blackbeard. Bro, Blackbeard at 50, and his dad is 12. That speaks volumes, man. Yeah, they're such different characters. Yep. Blackbeard is all the way down here at 50. I don't know. Will we ever get to the point where, like, there's a lot of Blackbeard fans out there? I'm not too sure. It reminds me of one of those things where, you know, I was talking about, like, oh, you know, One Piece needs a big bad villain. Now we have Emu, right? Now we're flexing Emu. That's our end stage guy right here. Maybe we'll get somebody else. Maybe it's Blackbeard, yada yada. But beforehand, people were like, oh, but, you know, Blackbeard was always going to be that guy. I was like, yeah, but, you know, nobody talks about Blackbeard in that way. Or, like, he's our Madara right now. Or he's our Kaguya or Sasuke or something like that. We expect him to be, like, you know, the final opponent for Luffy before he becomes Pirate King. But nobody really flexes Blackbeard like that. I don't know. I don't hate Blackbeard. I think he will be that guy, but I think he needs, you know, more things. He needs more. I've not watched To Be Hero X yet. It's on my list. Isn't the villain meant to be hateable? So it kind of makes sense. Yeah, but if you go to, like, villains in other series that are popular, yeah, they're hateable to some extent, but people also love them. Like, you'll see villains pop up in top 10s pretty often. I don't know why, but the most recent one that came into my mind is, like, Frieren. They're villains in the top 10. And he is a very hated character. Very hateable, but people love him. Yeah, Sukuna is another great example. He's very hateable, but people love him. Blackbeard doesn't have that same cachet. And if he does, it's not as, you know, highly as some of these other characters. People love the Akatsuki, Espada, and Spiders. Yep. And guess what? They're not exactly good people. Yeah, dude, Naoya is correct. Isn't Naoya like number 4 or something? Yeah, Naoya's so dope, though. I respect that one. I was a Naoya fan when he was first introduced. He walked in the building. He said, yo, a woman always got to walk behind me, never in front of a man. I was like, whoa, that's a crazy thing to say. It was so insane that I kind of became a fan. Yeah, Griffin. Griffin's another one. Or Griffith. He beat Maki. That was so crazy. His ability is cool. His ability was cool. He nerfed himself so hard, though, man. He's like, yeah, even he mentioned it, right? Like, yeah, he should probably pick up a weapon, but he's not going to. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Nerf him. Nerf him, why don't ya? So, next up, 51. Everybody's GOAT! The best from the old gen. If you don't like him, you're lying. It's Roger. Yeah, that's it. 51, man. The Pirate King himself. The man who reached Laughdale. If you say you don't like Roger, they're going to say, oh, you don't like the guy that started the story? Yeah, Roger at 51 is so funny, bro. Yeah. We need more from him. We really need more from him, dude. Roger's under the rest of the God Valley characters. He is. Dude, Whitebeard is up. Dude, where's Whitebeard again? 35? Yeah. Dude, his right-hand man is above him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Rumor has it that Roger almost lost to Barto. Very close. This was a very close one. Roger was almost 52. I get why Roger's low, to be honest. He's more of an ideal than a character. Yeah, it's funny. You know, we talked about getting more from Roger. You know, more backstory, more of this, more of that. And I do wonder, like, what could we get from him, though? Like, just how he feels about the Void Sentry, I guess. But aside from that, it's like, we know most of his story. Like, we really know, like, genuinely, what could we learn about Roger that would bump him up to, like, the top 20? I don't think we could learn anything, man. Like, I really don't know. Like, maybe him as a kid? Maybe? And what's a Par Vision? My favorite Indian, brother. What's up? What he said to Shanks? Yeah, but wouldn't that just go to... I feel like that would go to Shanks more than Roger. I don't know. Like, the scenes we could get from Roger, off the top of my head, the Shanks scene, of course. We could get maybe Roger as a kid, which I don't know if Oda's going to do that. Roger's dream that... I don't even know if Roger fulfilled his dream. And then his answer to the Void Sentry. But it's like, will that really move the needle in Roger's favor over... Dude, Rox D. Zebek, who's number 12? I don't know. I don't. I wish him the best. I think the reason why, like, I'm so salty towards Roger fans is because, like, at least from personal experience, I've seen that if you say you're a fan of Whitebeard, Garp, or Rox, they're gonna call you, like, all the names in the book. Like, oh, you're being dishonest. No, Roger's the GOAT. How do you not like Roger? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's different strokes for different folks, man. You know, Roger just doesn't have a lot there for me. Off rip. Lodestar Journey? Yeah, maybe Lodestar. That should be our next island. Maybe we get something from Roger there. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised Scopper doesn't rank above Roger at this point. I'm so high, I thought I was watching one of your videos. What's up, Sai? What's up, Joy Boy? Par upscale? I'm not even Indian, though. Roger just isn't him. Face it. Hey, I'm just coping for the people, man. I'm coping for the people. But Sai, oh, dude! Roger's Jolly Roger being, what, noodles? Oh, God. I think that hurt the Roger agenda more than anything. When Oda dropped the lore that Roger's Jolly Roger is based off of udon noodles, I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think Roger might have been like 45. That SBS dropped him down to 51. No. Yeah, that hurt him. You don't think the Shaqky stuff still hurt him? No, I don't think so. I mean, when it comes to Goon Piece, nobody liked it for anybody. People didn't like it for Rox. People hated that Rox was gooning out to Shaqky too, but guess what? Rox is 12th. You know, the person who ended up with Shaqky, 41. Or 43, sorry. You know, I don't think people really cared about the Shaqky Goon Piece stuff. Like, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, who doesn't like women? That's how I rationalize it. It's like, who doesn't like women, man? I don't know, man. A baddie walks in front of you, yeah, I might fucking hard eyes, you know what I mean? Come on. And thank you, your boy, for the membership, brother. Bro gave Rayleigh 41 because he was too scared to look at the berry. All right, so 52, Barto, Mr. Plot Convenience himself. I'm excited to see what happens now that he has been defeated by Shanks. What will Luffy do about it? I am really excited about that. Thank you, Barto, for giving us this really good plot point. Looking forward to it. 53, we got Ben Beckman. 54, Albert, 2 right-hand men. Love to see it. King is pretty cool. I really did enjoy King. King's reveal was one of those reveals in One Piece where he kind of looked too perfect. You know what I mean? You know, usually we're stuck with goofy designs. King was just great all around. Granted, people don't like his gimp suit, but I thought it was dope, dude. I thought his gimp suit was kind of cool. As far as like Ben Beckman goes, no real opinion on him. He looked cool while he was ore farming against Kizaru. That's pretty much all we got. He's also the one who chopped off Kid's arm. That was also sick. Do you think Mihawk will have an actual fight before Zoro? Yes, I do think so. I hope so. Because if we don't, then Mihawk's just going to be like a phantom character for the longest time. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Your boys with the 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Hell yeah, man. I wish I did more membership content, but I just never know what to do. I feel like we already post so many like poll videos. It's like, yeah, membership is just a flex at this point. Thank you for the gifted, brother. Thank you, thank you. Kaku over all... Oh, you're right! Kaku over Gold Roger, yeah. Dude, people said I like the Giraffe Man more than Gold Roger. Which, granted, one thing about Kaku, he's awakened. He's awakened. An awakened giraffe is really dope. Let's not kid ourselves. When Kaku showed up with the Black Hagoromo, we were all like jaw-dropping like, yo, like this guy's fighting Zoro right now. You know how crazy that is? Yes, Kaku loses. Yes, Rob Lucci loses. But to even like clash with the Yonko crew at this point, or just like to even just get them to draw their swords, pretty insane stuff. So as much as you can slander Kaku and Lucci for losing handedly to the Straw Hats, they did level up. They did lock in and train a little bit. Roger isn't awakened either. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the hidden Psy stream. It happens once every 6 months. So here we go. 55 Beppo. I'm gonna be honest. I liked Beppo a lot initially at Sabaody. Nowadays, he's just like a background character. He feels like Chopper, dude. Beppo's kind of just like Chopper. He's a mascot, bro. Like, if you want to sell a toy, you just bring in Beppo or Chopper. Like, he's just there. Lucci didn't fall down, therefore his loss is not legitimate. Also, hey, would Zoro say he won? Zoro wanted to keep on fighting, man. Zoro did say, hey, he's not down yet, Jinbei. Let me go, you dirty fish. You're right. You know, that's my cope. You know, Blackbot, that's a really good cope right there. Zoro wanted to keep on fighting. So 50, what is that, 56? 56, we got Izo. Izo's dead. No real comments there. You know, Izo's so funny. Imagine this. Your friend shows up on your island. We don't know where Izo was at. And he says, hey, you want to roll with me to Wano? You agree to it. And then you die the very next day. Oda literally brought Izo in just to die. That's kind of nuts. I mean, I'm glad we have Death in Wano, but I'm like, man, you know, it's weird. I want characters to die in Wano. So I'm happy we got some deaths, right? Izo, Ashura Doji. But I feel like Izo and Ashura Doji are the two characters I didn't want to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Izo, I wanted more scenes between Izo and Kiku, right? Brother-sister relationship. I thought that was sick. And then Ashura Doji waited 20 years to free his country. He dies. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm glad the stakes were there. I'm glad somebody died. But, like, out of everybody I could have killed, I wouldn't have picked those two. Those are, like, the two characters I would have made untouchable. I think that's so funny, man. That's so funny. Yeah, Kinemon had more sense of dying. Yeah. His death was so random. Yeah, okay, here's the craziest part. You're right with that, too. The death of Izo and Ashura Doji, they didn't... Okay, in reality, yes, mortal blows. Izo, Shigan, yeah, I get it. Ashura Doji, Dynamite, yes. But in the world of One Piece, it's like, yeah, like, you could survive that, 100%. You got Shigan twice? No, you could survive it, man. Come on. Lock in. Yeah, freaking Ashura Doji gets blown up by Dynamite. No, it's fine. Give him like a band-aid. Bring Chopper in. But nope, they're dead. Nuts. Why would Ashura Doji die by the stupid Kandro bait? To be fair, he knew he was bait. Ashura Doji was the only person who knew he was bait. Ashura Doji took the Dynamite so that none of his friends would die. So I think that's fine. As far as like him waiting 20 years and being like this broken hero, I kind of wanted him to see the end of everything, man. That's so sad. How do you die by bombs in One Piece? Yeah, Pell survived it, man. I don't know. It's hard to justify the Ashura Doji one. Where's St. Charlos? Do you think Oda will show us Mihawk versus Shanks in a flashback? Yeah, but it might just be a clash. Like, what we had last week with Loki versus Emu, that is rare. It's been a while since we had, like, a dedicated fight chapter. Like, it was all the way back in Wano, which, you know, by this point is, like, 4 years ago. So, if we do get Mihawk and Shanks in a flashback, it's probably just gonna be, like, a clash. And then the anime might go hard there. I don't know. Okay, so next up, 57. We got Monkey D. Dragon, Mr. ... himself, the Hohenheim of One Piece. Everybody knows he's going to be very, 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 very broken because he's the MC's father. But where is he? Where is he, dude? And I call him Hohenheim because I get the same feeling from like Full Metal Alchemist. Like Hohenheim, super strong, knows everything. Where is he? He's traveling, man. He's hanging out. He's plotting on the side. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot see a reality where Dragon breaks top 22. I think power-wise, oh yeah, 100%. But in popularity, I feel like Dragon, in a weird way, he's kind of like in the same spot as Roger. Like, I don't know what we could get from him where people would say, yo, he's like top 20 now. I don't know. But, you know, like I said, in terms of power scaling, I have a lot of faith in Dragon. In terms of story, we'll see. I am curious about Luffy's mom. Is it Tritoma? Is it somebody else? Is the mom dead? If anything, when it comes to Dragon, what I'm excited for isn't how relevant he's going to be in the future of One Piece per se. I'm more so curious about his backstory. I want to know, like, what happened with Luffy's birth. I think that right there is where, like, maybe for me, Dragon just jumps up if he has a really good, like, romantic backstory with Luffy's mom, if he had to make some crazy sacrifices that we haven't seen. I think that would go really hard. But right now, it's kind of hard to imagine. But we'll see. We need to see more. Kozuki Moria, dude. Yeah, Kozuki Moria, a.k.a. the Gecko Master himself, the Lord of Shadows, leader of the underworld, the true king of hell, the zombie messiah, Gecko Moria. Yeah. Rumor has it, again, Gecko Moria almost beat Monkey D. Dragon. Do not let anybody lie to you and say that Gecko Moria doesn't have fans. You know, it's funny. I make some, you know, Gecko Moria videos. I'm hyping him up because he's one of my favorite characters, personally. And people are like, oh, nobody likes Gecko Moria. Stop making these Gecko Moria videos. Bro, Gecko Moria is about to beat Dragon in the polls. Gecko Moria is about to beat Gold Roger. He's in the same tier list, man. I don't know, bro. And here's the thing. When we see Gecko Moria current day, yeah, if he joins Cross Guild, if he has a prison body, if he gets his gang back together, Gecko Moria is gonna bang. Like, again, I don't think he's gonna break top 20 by any means, but I think he will shoot up. The Kozuki thing too? Oh my god. Oh my god. Gecko Moria was swinging for Wano. People were trying to gaslight you back in the day too. It's crazy, I let it fly over my head. People said, oh, Sai, he doesn't care about Wano. Oh, no, he didn't want to save Wano. He hates Wano. He just wanted to fight Kaido. I don't know, man. He wanted to save his hometown, man. He wanted to save mom and dad and the adoptive parents and shit. Oh, dude, I love Gecko Moria. And like I said, same with Rob Lucci. For me, it's personal bias. Rob Lucci, where is he? Oh my god, he's so high up. Rob Lucci and Gecko Moria, these two characters are what really solidified One Piece to me as a kid, that this is a great series. I did like Gecko Moria. I thought it was dope. And then just the more gas we get for this guy, the more I like him. Literally. Gecko Moria, for me, he's aging like a fine wine, like a nice scotch. Is Moria still alive? Yep, Moria is still alive. Confirmed. Moria owes Luffy a favor now? Maybe. When I think about some of these villains, I don't think they're gonna, like, love Luffy per se. But if you watch, like, Bleach or Naruto or any other, like, anime, it's very anime-coded where the villain comes back and they're like, I don't like you, but we're fighting a common enemy. It's gonna happen. I could see Gecko Moria saying, I hate Straw Hat, but I hate this guy a little bit more. I don't owe you one anymore, Mugiwara. It's the most anime thing out there, man. Yeah, Prison Body Moria is going to be so tough. That already happened with Croc and Marineford? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Crocodile did that in Marineford. What did he say? He saved Ace. And then he said, I don't want the Marines to win. Okay. And then what? Akainu was going after Luffy. Crocodile cuts him in half. And he's like, come on, if you're going to protect somebody, protect them right. These villains, you gotta remember, at the end of the day, this is still an anime. We're gonna get stuff like that all the time. It happens, man. And then even like Doflamingo, the baddest of guys, like Doflamingo, wherever he is. Doflamingo's goal is to beat the Celestial Dragons. It kind of aligns with Luffy in a way. All I'm saying. Is it crazy to say Mihawk is stronger than Rocks? I think that's debatable, but it sounds crazy on paper, yeah. Who would be in your top 3? My top 3, personally, Rob Lucci, Akainu, Mihawk. And then, I'd extend it to, like, Crocodile, Buggy, and some of these other guys. Gecko Moria being there somewhere, Zoro, Sanji. I like villains. So next up, surprising. 59. 59, huh? Charlotte Pudding. People like Pudding. I'll admit, Pudding's cute. I think Pudding's really cute. I don't like the third eye. I will admit, I would be one of those kids that's bullying Pudding for the third eye. I think it's disgusting. And, oh wow, speaking of third eye, look at that. Killer theorized to have a third eye as well. We've never seen Killer's forehead. People think that he might have a third eye. Another interesting duo right here. But yeah, Pudding's, she looks good with the bangs, but we gotta, like, keep them on. Like, the minute she whips out the third eye, I gross out a little bit. I'm excited to see what she brings to the story, though. I do like Pudding in that regard. I think she might even be, like, Sanji's endgame. But, that's, like, romance piece at that point, 2-piece. But yeah, Pudding, Killer, not bad. Killer, I wouldn't have Killer so high, which is crazy to say considering he's 60. I don't know. His colors, man. His colors are crazy. Joy Boy, 61. Joy Boy at 61. Also insane considering he is just a silhouette. Like for Emu, right? Emu, I think, was boosted because of the last couple of chapters. The same can't really be said for Joy Boy. Like, he had one panel where he's laughing and that's it. Like, Joy Boy has a lot of stocks here for a guy who's barely been talked about. So I think this is very respectable. This is looking good for Joy Boy. Looking really good. And then... Damn! Killer over Kaido, huh? Wow! Yeah, Joy Boy's gonna go way higher after we get the lore. Damn! They said I do not fuck with Kaido, dude. Yeah, I mean, the difference is that we're always gonna get more Killer and Kid. Kaido? I don't know. Well, I think we're gonna get more Kaido. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in the boat where, like, until we see a body in a grave, they're not dead. And even when we have the grave, they might not be dead. Dude, Pell. I don't know if you guys remember. They actually made a gravestone for Pell, and he came back. I think it was anime. Was it anime only? Correct me if I'm wrong. But there was I always laugh my ass off. Pell survives the bomb. He goes home, and he sees his gravestone. And the episode ends with him saying, what? So even when you see a grave built for the character, they might still be alive. That's how crazy this is. So, you know, I am a Kaido is alive believer. Until we see, like, you know, his lifeless body on the floor. I don't know. So Izo's not dead? He's living in the shadows. It's that panel where he's like, Luffy, we're here to help. Oh, man. I thought it was Pell's twin brother. I couldn't believe he was alive. Oh, dude. Yeah, if you think Kaido's dead, I think that's fine. He had a pretty good conclusive ending, so I'm good either way. But we'll see. I mean, the thing that's hard with Kaido, the thing that makes me believe that he might be dead, is that we have Loki. Loki is genuinely just an upgraded good guy version of Kaido. I mean, it's almost carbon copy, bro. So next up, we have Saint Manmeyer Gunko. I honestly thought she'd be a little bit higher, considering the way she looks. Again, you know, cute characters get a big pass. But Gunko coming in at 63. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Shirahoshi 64, not too many comments about that. 65, Kung Fu Dugon, huh? Yeah, we're getting to the memes now. Yeah, we're getting to the memes. So laugh it up. Whoever wanted to vote Kung Fu Dugong, get your medals here. Yeah, Kung Fu Dugon. That's something, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I never liked Kung Fu Dugongs. I always thought that they would smell really bad in real life. Like, when I think about, like, a real-life Kung Fu Dugong, I can't smile. I just feel like they would smell awful. They'd smell awful, they're really slimy, their color scheme is bad. They have hockey, though. They do have hockey. Kung Fu Dugong, in the filler episode where they're all slaves, they did have hockey. Law was number 5. Rosinante is number, I think it was like 11 or something, or 14. Worst take you have? Which one's the worst take? The fact that I don't like Kung Fu Dugongs, or the fact that I don't like the Going Merry? Which one? Yeah, you have to pick right now. Anyone in One Piece probably smells bad. Yeah, anybody except for Nami, possibly. Because even amongst the Straw Hats, right? I think Oda put out, like, a showering schedule. Nami's, like, the only person that showers every single day. Everybody else is like, Luffy showers, like, once a month or something. Zoro once a week. Going Merry's the batter take? Okay, yeah. People don't like me disliking the Going Merry more than disliking Kung Fu Dugongs. Good priorities. I'll agree with that one. So, next up, we got Ulti. Mrs. Colgate herself. She looks cute. Again, she gets the cute pass. Will we ever see Under the Mask, I wonder? Funny that we know her dad now. You know, good old Hanafuda. 67, we have Polly. I do not know why Polly is so high. He's another meme answer. Another meme answer. Back in the day, funny enough, again, I was reading it weekly by that point. I actually thought that Polly was going to join the Straw Hats. I'm glad he didn't. I am really glad Polly did not join, but I was on the Poly train back during Enies Lobby. Nobody gives a fuck about him. Hey, he's number 67, man. He's up there, brother. He's up there with Joy Boy and Kaido and them. I thought Poly would join too. Yeah, it seemed like it, right? Like, he was hanging out with the Straw Hats. He was fighting. He had, you know, decent capabilities. He's a shipwright. I thought it was going to be Poly. Still wait. You'll have a surprise at 75. Oh, no. Yeah, Poly. I like him. I don't hate Poly. I'm just surprised he's on here. Basil Hawkins. I liked Hawkins a lot pre-time skip. Post-time skip has done nothing but damage the Hawkins agenda. This guy's a bum, dude. Through and through. I think he's just awful. He's a cool character. He just is not a good fighter. Like, I get it. He has the 10 lives. He has, like, a crazy ability. But at the same time, it's like, he doesn't dodge, man. The fact that he doesn't dodge is so insane to me. And people are like, oh, but would you dodge if you had 10 lives? Yes! I don't want the lives to go down, man! That's like saying you're playing Pac-Man and you have 3 lives. Oh, so yeah, you shouldn't care about the first 3 lives. Only care about the last. No, dude. Basil Hawkins is just taking so much damage for no reason. He's just... The damage output is low. He's a gimmick character. He's really just a gimmick character. Cool design, cool powers, but he's a gimmick. I'm not the biggest... I think I don't like Hawkins just because he feels like wasted potential. If he just trained and was stronger, you know, by himself, and then, you know, his Devil Fruit just amplified it, that'd be great. But really, he's carried by his Devil Fruit. Like, his physicality is not there. I think that's so painful. And then the whole thing where he's the 1% man, it's just like, okay. Yeah. See, let's see here. 69. Good old 69. We got Kozuki Odin. Yeah, I mean, Odin's fine. No real comments about him. 70, Big Mom. Yeah, hey. I promise you, if they used Prime Big Mom as a picture, she'd be higher up. If this was Prime Big Mom, she'd probably be like, I'm not even joking, maybe 30. Yeah. 71, we got Reiju. 72, we got Tashigi. Okay, so now we're hitting like the women, right? Oh, yeah, look. Yeah. Hot girls. Okay, cool. Yeah, Reiju, Tashigi, Koala, Kiku, dope. 75, Spandam. I don't hate Spandam. I think he does look cool. I wish he was stronger. Spandam's an odd one. I don't know. You know, funny thing about Spandam is that we saw that he's a part of CP0. Spandam is a part of CP0. He's still with the world government. We haven't seen him. Dude, we have seen Maha, Joseph, Guernica, Rob Lucci, Kaku, Bluno, and Cauliflower were in the movie. We saw Jabra hanging out. We saw, dude, who's that other guy? Fukuro, Kumadori. Spandam feels like one of these characters that Oda's like retconning out of existence. Oda was like, yeah, initially in Dressrosa, Spandam's a thing. And then he's like, yeah, actually, I don't want Spandam anymore. Like, where is he, dude? I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with never seeing him again. I'm gonna be honest. If we just never see Spandam ever again, I'm cool with it. He was good for Enies Lobby. But nowadays, I feel like there's just so many... Okay, right now. If you had to get more Spandam or more Shanks, who would you take? Answer Shanks. Like, we don't want to, like, you know... We don't want to waste time on Spandam. He feels like a Final Saga Fukuro Kuju. Or a Final Saga Raizo. It's like, yeah, like, nobody wants him, bro. Like, imagine we're fighting, like, literally, Final War, we are fighting Emu, Shanks is fighting Shamrock, Zoro's fighting V Nasujuro, Mihawk is fighting, I don't know, another God Knight, and then all of a sudden, Oda stops. Literally, in the middle of the Final War, everybody's fighting, Oda stops. Here's a Spandam chapter. You know how much people are going to hate that? People would, I don't know. I think I would laugh. To be fair, I think I would laugh at it, like the Raizo chapter. But I think most people would be like, "Yo, what the hell is this?" What are we getting, man? So yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, when it comes to chapters that are just meh, I generally just laugh at them. Like, fine, dude. I'm cool with it. I take it on the chin. X Drake 76. I don't like X Drake. I think I wouldn't call him a fraud. I just think he's also a little bit disappointing for who he is. I wish he was awakened. I think an awakened dinosaur or hybrid form would go really hard. But X Drake, whenever he's up to bat, he just doesn't perform super well. Hopefully in the future, as the leader of Sword, he's going to go crazy. But right now, I can't list a lot of good Drake feats. The best thing about Drake is his Devil Fruit, and I'd say he got outscaled and out aura farmed by Ulti in page 1. You know, that's just how it is. Like, I think people, I mean, no, I don't think. People do like Ulti more than X Drake. And they're both dinosaurs. Like, deadass, almost the same dinosaur. Crocodile, Mihawk, and popularity just makes my day. Thank you for the 2, Isaac. Hey, they're duos, man. They're friends. But yeah, I mean, I love them both. I'm glad Crocodile's still so well loved. Cool thing about Drake as a character is that he's an Easter egg in the Law backstory. Yeah, that's the best part. His dad was in there too. 77 Monet. I will admit, I think this was the very first time in One Piece where I was like saddened by a death. Losing a baddie like Monet at Punk Hazard must... I think this is one of Oda's greatest fumbles. I say that as a joke, by the way. But this is one of Oda's greatest fumbles. I think that Oda lies awake at night sweating because he killed Monet. Monet was a loss to all Gooners in the world. She should have lived. 78, huh? Here's a hot take. I don't like the Thousand Sunny either. I think in terms of aura, the Straw Hat ships have never been hit. That, if you want to know why, I always make theories about getting a new ship, which I've made like, I think 3 videos. Hey guys, we're in Elbaf. New ship, new ship, new ship. The crew's getting kind of big. New ship, new ship, new ship. It's because I don't like the Thousand Sunny, and I don't like the Going Merry. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe this is the kid fan within me. I think the Punk Victoria looks cooler. But I'm edgy. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, even... Okay, let's go to a different ship. I think the Red Force looks cooler. I don't know, man. It's just... It's a lion sunflower thing. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, guys. I like edgy ship designs. The Sunny just... It's too, like, Looney Tunes... You know, Mickey Mouse, for lack of a better word. It's... I don't know. You don't have to agree with it. Yeah, I know it's a hot take. I'm personally not the biggest fan of the Thousand Sunny. Like, back in Wano, you guys remember that chapter where, like, they threw bombs at the Thousand Sunny, none of the Straw Hats were there? I was rubbing my hands. I was drooling. Oh, man. I thought that we finally lost the ship. And then we got the reveal that the Thousand Sunny was still there and that it survived the bombs, and I was saddened. I think that's when I cried. I shed a little tear when I saw the Thousand Sunny survive, bro. I was like, this can't be true. I was reading the spoilers. I was slapping my knee. I was like, no way, stop it, no, please. The Thousand Sunny survived. Kinemon survived. What's next, man? What's next? I think Foxy's ship is my favorite. So much fun nonsense inside. That was kind of fun. We've never seen the Saber of Zebek, have we? At least, like, confirmed. I think that's what they called, like, the logs, right? That's their flagship, I think. What did Sai do when the Thousand Sunny survived? He cried. Yeah, worst day of my life. What about the Big Mom one? I would honestly take the Big Mom one over the Thousand Sunny, even though that's also very cartoony. Like I said, I like, if we wanted to go with the most basic ship out there, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like them. I don't like their race. I would even take the new Giant Warrior Pirate ship over the Thousand Sunny. What is it? The Naglfar? I think that's how it's pronounced. I would take this guy over it, bro. Give me the Naglfar any day, bro. I don't know. Who the hell cares about a ship? Yeah, why is it 78, man? Also, isn't it kind of crazy? Whoa. Actually, when I really think about it, the Going Merry beat the Thousand Sunny. Damn. Ooh, that's rough. Yo. Yeah, nobody likes the Thousand Sunny as much. So now, coming in at 79, we got Penguin. Cool. This feels like a meme answer as well. To be fair, Penguin is a okay fighter, I guess. He was one of the guys alongside Shachi, I think is his name. He could spit water balls. Dope. I never thought that this guy would ever get focused. He feels like actual fodder, but here he is. Shushu 88. To be fair, I do like Shushu. I don't know if I'd put him at 88, but hey, Shushu the dog getting respect. Oh, sorry, 80, not 88. I'm trying to look at this from far away, but yeah, Shushu at 80, cool. Oh man, now we're just hitting the animals, huh? Yeah, Karu at 81. I don't like Karu. I'm not the biggest like duck fan. I'll eat duck eggs, but I don't like ducks necessarily. 82, Charlotte Perospero. What the hell? Wait, is that how you spell his name? Perospera? Wait, is that like his canon spelling name? Wait, what? Perospera? I've never seen that spelling before. Yeah, I'm looking it up and I don't. Huh. Weird. Maybe it's a typo? Or maybe that's just like the Japanese spelling that we don't know about. But yeah. Perospero coming in at 82. I do think that Perospero is innocent. I think the plot point revolving him and Wano was very not good, for lack of a better word. Dude, the Minx blamed Perospero for Pedro's death. Dude, that's the life of a pirate. Pedro was gonna die next week, bro. Come on. Literally, they're like, oh, you killed Pedro Nissan. Dude, Pedro blew himself up. He took Perospero's hand, bro. What do you mean? Yeah, I felt bad for Perospero. He felt like just one of those guys that was like falsely accused and just everybody's rolling with it, like dragged on Twitter. But in reality, he's kind of innocent. Like, I don't know, man. 83 Caesar.clown. I like Caesar Clown. Gangster Gastino was super sick. Gangster Gastino, Caesar Clown, the stupid shirorororo laugh. The fact that he's kind of broken as well. Like, the fact that he can, like, take away oxygen. Dope. He can make a gas fire sword. Caesar Clown, gift that keeps on giving. He's now relevant again with Neo Mads. I do like Caesar. If anything, I think I'd have Caesar a lot higher up. Pedro actually wasn't a pirate. He used to be a pirate. He used to be the Nox pirate captain. But he knew what he was signing up for, man. Pedro is cooked. 84, we have Helmeppo. Helmeppo is hilarious, bro. Helmeppo is so funny. Helmeppo is like one of those characters where, like, you know, people look at Kobe, right? People look at Kobe and they're like, okay, maybe in Two Piece, end of story, time skip, epilogue, Kobe's gonna be fighting Luffy. You know, Kobe's the next coming of Garp. Roger's second coming is gonna be Luffy. Well, what does that say about Helmeppo? Does that mean that we're gonna see Helmeppo fighting Zoro one day? Like, genuinely? I don't know, bro. I hope Helmeppo has that cachet later on, but I'm not too sure. You like Helmeppo but not Mary? Oh yeah, I take Helmeppo over Mary. I'm not the biggest Helmeppo fan, but I think he's cooler than the Mary. So 85, we have the cake queen herself, Lilith. Lilith is a great character. I'm loving Lilith. Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to join the crew. I think she will stay in Elbaf if it's still around. But Lilith is here. She's a great... I mean, probably the best Vegapunk next to York. Good stuff. And Doom, thanks for the 5, brother. What's the question, man? Drop it. You don't have to super chat it either. I appreciate it, though. Helmeppo's the next Bogard. Yeah, which is for better or worse. Does that mean he's going to be obscure? I don't know. 88, or sorry, 86. Oh my god. The font they chose and how... Okay, so for you guys, this is like very up close. But if you go to like the One Piece website, it's actually zoomed out very far. So if I get numbers wrong, that's why. So Gaimon 88, Memeancer, or 86, sorry. I did it twice there. Yeah, he's just there. He's literally just right there. Gaimon now has a wife-girlfriend, which is Sarfunkel. It's a nice reference to real-life people. Love to see him. Will he show up in the final war? I don't think so. They showed him during the Vegapunk speech, but he wasn't listening to the message. What was the point in getting Gaimon? Fanfare. The answer is fanfare. So now, 87, we do have Isho-Fujitora. It makes sense. I am a Fujitora fan, but realistically, we haven't had too much from him. We last saw this guy at the Reverie for like a split second. We saw him at Dressrosa. I think he will come in. If somebody wanted to give Mihawk a feat, I think Fujitora might be the best Mihawk feat we could get, possibly. But we'll see. You know, Cross Guild is on the horizon. Maybe Fujitora goes to them. You know, swordsman to swordsman. Thank you for the 65, Basil. Appreciate it, brother. That's crazy. Luffy only leads in Asia. Regional rankings. Is this just Japan, then? Green Bull has not shown up. Green Bull has had no representation yet. 88. Finally, 88. We have Laboon, the whale. I don't care too much for Laboon. I don't like the whale. I feel like the live action also made me not like Laboon even more. It's just a whale, dude. It's just a whale. 89, we got Miss Golden Week. What? Miss Golden Week? Miss Golden Week has fans? Yeah, that's surprising. Again, we saw her during the Vegapunk broadcast. She was listening into the speech. I believe she's currently with Miss Doublefinger at the cafe. They got like a new one up and running. So that's kind of cool. He's not just the way he's Laboon. I like Laboon for Brook's backstory. But outside of that, he's just the whale. He's just the whale, man. Iceberg at 89. Or is that 90? 90. He's at 90. Wow, damn, Polly beat Iceberg. Iceberg was kind of cool, I guess. He had a nice gimmick with the mouse. And he's eventually going to build his floating island, which should be able to survive the rising waters. It's the live action tax. I think that's what it is, 100%. I like her because she casts magic. Yeah, but it's not traditional magic, to be fair. Miss Golden Week doesn't cast traditional magic. All she does is paint people. And then that, in and of itself, is like hypnosis, therapy, color stuff. It's like, okay. I don't know. You can look at it as magic, but when I think of magic in anime, it's usually like, oh, here's, you know, a giant magic circle. It's shooting beams and stuff, right? It's what Emu's doing. Miss Golden Week's magic is just very, like, watered down. Your boys, thanks for another 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate it, man. Also, Doom has not dropped his question. Brother said, let me drop a question tomorrow. Yeah, he's nowhere to be seen. I'm scrolling for him. Scopper's way too low. 91 for Scopper Gabon. Yeah. Damn. He had a lot of screen time, too. Scopper has had a lot of screen time, and he's only 91. I mean, I don't know how much more we're going to get from Scopper either. Well, I mean, Scopper did say, you know, after Elbaf is all settled, come find him if the island is still standing. So maybe we're going to get some good Scopper lore there. But if not, like, this ain't moving, dude. He's just going to be 91. Do you have any One Piece Funko Pops? No. I only have 3 Funko Pops. I have, Blue Eyes White Dragon Toon. And I have ReZero Subaru. And Amelia. Those are the only Funko Pops I actually own. I don't own a lot of figures or anything. And I buy the Funko Pops because they're just cheaper. 92, we have Pell. Oh, Pell, huh? Also, why is this the shirtless version of Pell? They said, yo, instead of getting all the easy images of Pell, let's get him shirtless, man. Come on. Yeah, shirtless Pell. Number 83, we have... Oh, sorry, 93, Ivankov. Kind of surprising. But then again, I don't know who would be over Ivankov. So 93, sure. Dr. Hirolook, 94. You know, this was so funny. I was talking to Par about Hirolook. And Hirolook's whole thing is, you know, when does a man die? And the answer is when he's forgotten, right? Here's the thing, bro. Chopper has never mentioned Hirolook ever again. He's been forgotten. He's dead. A man dies when he's... Has Chopper ever mentioned Hirolook once? I don't think so. This guy is genuinely never talked about. He's dead. He's cooked in his own words. He's done. Even when like Chopper has flashbacks nowadays, he talks about Dr. Kureha. Like he doesn't really talk about Hirolook, bro. He's in his heart. Yeah, he's in his heart, I guess. Maybe that's it. Yeah, he only talks about Dr. Reen, bro. Like, and the thing is that Hirolook didn't impart, I mean, minus the hat, he didn't impart anything big for Chopper. Like, even the Rumble Balls, that's like Chopper and Kureha's legacy. Like, Dr. Hirolook not really mentioned or anything, bro. It's insane. The Kingdom flies his flag. Now I think Kureha's keeping him alive. Yeah. But, I mean, but Chopper isn't. You know, Chopper's not spreading the good word of Dr. Hirolook. So, 95, we do have good old Rebecca. I don't know if you guys remember the theories back in the day. People were talking about Rebecca joining the Straw Hats. Yeah, that was the Dressrosa candidate. People thought that Rebecca was going to join. Did not pan out. I'm glad for it because she wasn't really a fighter per se. She just dodged. Thank you for the 5. Brother Sai, you should review the Emu and Chinese folklore and Nezha theory. Plus, thanks for the custom uploads. Definitely helps during break. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I have heard of the Nezha theory before. I haven't done a lot of research, but I have heard of it. It's on the radar. It's on the radar. I will check it out eventually, brother. Thank you. I like that she is training with Kyros. Yes. I'm a big... Oh, actually, you know what? Sleeper hit. I throw Kyros on this list. I think I would throw Kyros on this list. I think Kyros is a great dad. Kyros is amazing. Great backstory. Hongo voted in at 86. He is here for pure aura. Hongo is... You know how I say, like, you know, all these girls, they're getting put on the list because of their cuteness? This is like the opposite. Hongo's a handsome dude. People said, yo, throw him at 96. I get it. Hongo, WTF is happening? You gotta imagine, most of the votes are generally scattered amongst the top 30. When you start getting down here to like 90 to like, you know, 1500s, Hongo realistically might only have like 3,000 votes. Like, yeah, he's on the list, but he probably doesn't have a lot of votes. Who is Hongo? Hongo's on Shanks' crew. Hongo is on Shanks' crew. He's one of the better looking guys out there. His role, I think he was the guy that handed Shanks the kid intel. Hongo over Yasop, Lucky Roo is crazy. Yeah, Yasop's a deadbeat. Lucky Roo is... Lucky Roo. I don't even know what to say about that one. I mean, Lucky Roo... I'm not a big Lucky Roo fan. The guy's just always chewing on meat. Stussy at 97 for the Gooners out there. Stussy's kind of low, huh? Wow, Stussy did not bang with all the other females. That's actually insane. I think Ceci's great. The bat wings and the sucking, the story. Wow. It's kind of insane. Harold did not make the list. Harold did not make the list. Demalo Black, the fake Luffy, the three-tongued man, 98. Love to see it. This is all for the memes. The I Still Have My Friends, the fake Straw Hats. He's now cosplaying Luffy, or what, not Luffy, Kid. Yeah, Demalo Black is hilarious. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in the One Piece Party manga, Demalo Black and Usopp actually become friends. And Demalo Black is at, like, in the spin-off story, he's in Impel Down, and he helps Usopp escape or something like that. So yeah, Demalo Black is a funny pick here. That's Logan Paul, what you mean? No Shaqky? Yeah, no, I mean, why would, I don't think Shaq could be on the list either, to be fair. Senior Pink at 99 for his backstory. Attire aside, Senior Pink has a good, sweet, and simple backstory. People say his backstory lacks depth, and I generally agree with that, but, I mean, for what it is, for what, like half a chapter, Senior Pink, for what it's worth, great backstory. For as short of a time we spent with him, phenomenal. Hard-boiled. And then 100, this feels like a plant. 100% this is a planted one. We got Panda Man. Also, Doom Goat, the man who donated and said he wanted to ask a question. I see his question right here. Does the combo Sanji used on Queen's ancient hybrid dinosaur form prove that if the combo was hit on Zoro, who is not blocking with his swords, would it F him up? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if you're giving Sanji unfettered access to, like, hit somebody with Ifrit Jambe, that's gonna hurt. I mean, that's an attack you'd want to block, generally. So I'd agree. These things are crazy. Senior Pink's my GOAT? Yeah, I'm throwing flowers to Senior Pink. I'm saying his shit is good. Senior Pink deserves to be on the list. All I'm saying is that tit for tat, he gave us good stuff. He might not have the most, you know, in-depth backstory as the next guy, but for half a chapter, he took Dressrosa, man. He really did. And I really hope him and Frankie meet up one day and have that drink and talk about Russian. The downside to that is that we saw him and Frankie having a drink in a non-canon cover page. So that does make me fearful that we'll never get it. But I have hope. I really hope that does become canon at some point. Maybe in like Two Piece or Epilogue. You know, we time skip like 30 years in the future. Maybe Senior Pink and Frankie are hanging out. That's my headcanon. Oh, Bello Betty's awful. We can't have her in here. Zoro's tanky as hell, though. Oh, he's tanky. I mean, I'm not saying he would go down for the count. I'm just saying he would take damage. Anybody, you give a top tier unfettered access to hit you, that's going to hurt. No matter who you are. He's actually a horrible husband, but he's still hard-boiled. Horrible husband. Yes and no. You know, he had a bad secret, but he did care for her. So, I mean, I can't say he's awful. But that is it. Those are the midterm rankings for the One Piece popularity poll. We might come back and look through the final results if they differ a lot. But I feel like the midterm results pretty much are indicative of the final results. We might see a couple of ones jump up here, like maybe Shanks hops up over Ace. Maybe Loki hops up a couple of places, Brook as well. I could see maybe Kid jumping up. Emu could jump up. Joy Boy could jump up. Aside from that, I feel like everybody else will more or less stay the same. Panda Man doesn't have any real lore. It's just a background Easter egg character. The Lucci. Yeah. Lucci's gonna jump up even more. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we can only hope. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head out here. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the stream. And, yeah, peace out, guys. See you in the next, like, 6 months whenever we stream.